move from the second to the first. I absolutely love the combine. What I don't like about the combine is when you're at a first, the guy may just not have a good day at the combine, and then you start tumbling down the first. Because you got to that first position based upon what you did during the season. I mean, I'm still stuck on Orlando Brown.
I know.
I felt for him.
It's still in your head a little bit.
It's still in my head a little bit. I felt so. I mean, you talk about a guy who was a two-time first-team All-American at left tackle in Oklahoma, was projected top 5. I mean, now he ran a 40 that was like could maybe measure with a sundial because it was so slow. It was 5.8. It was
compared
terrible.
to your 4.9.
It was a 5.8, bro. I never forget 5.82.
Wow.
He was just slow, and then he tumbled to the second. So I felt, but the kid, he redeemed himself by becoming a 3-time All-Pro.
Yeah.
So good for him.
You cannot measure anything by one thing, okay? In terms of the talent that a football player has in his head, in his heart, in his belly, athletically, any of that stuff. Not one measurement or time drill or whatever is going to tell you exactly who he is. You ran faster at your pro day, and then you did at the combine. Donovan Darius was telling the fellows on Jaguars today that he announced at the NFL combine that he was not going to run, or I guess I can't remember if it was lift or whatever. But anyway, he said he was not going to run. He went back, trained properly on his pro day, ran a 4.42, something like that, and that way he got the best possible time on their sheet so they could evaluate him instead of running.
So I think for some guys, and I'd be interested to hear in Leon's opinion on this as well. I think for some guys, the combine really works because you can see their athleticism. You can see added to the tape. You see, okay, we might have a gem here. This guy you can pick in the 4th round or the 5th round, right? For the guys like in the first 70, 80 picks, I really believe the guys that, and how many of them actually work out now, but the guys that do work out,
right?
I really think that the teams are looking at those guys, and it's not really about, oh, well, I got to make sure the tape is good, that they back up the tape. It's more, okay, you've been off for 6 to 8 weeks. Did you keep yourself in shape? Did you come here and give yourself your best opportunity to reach your ceiling at these specific goals we've set for you?
Right.
Because if you haven't, then we were wondering, what do you do when you come to us? How committed are you to actually playing football? How committed are you to staying in shape? It's really not about football at that point for the elite guys. It's more about, are you committed to the game? Are you going to stay in shape? Do you have the mentality to deal with a 2-month lapse and not gain 20 or 30 pounds, right?
I agree with you, but what about the teams that go deep into the playoffs, and right after the playoffs, they got the East-West Shrine game, and they got the Senior Bowl.
Got to go right back.
And you got to go right back, and then you got to train. And so when do you get rest? I mean, there should be ample enough time for players who go deep in the playoffs to get a little rest.
And you think they should move back to combine?
I don't know. I mean,
we're what? We're 40 days removed from the national championship game, right? Something like that.
Then the national championship,
44?
and then right after the national championship, 10 days later, 2 weeks later, then there's the Senior Bowl, and then there's the East-West Shrine game. I mean, that's a lot of football.
Yeah, like Donovan did say earlier, I think they played January 2nd in their bowl game, and he felt like there still wasn't enough time. Maybe the combine was mid-Feb at that point.
To recover.
Yeah, to train.
To train.
Like what you're talking about for that specific drill.
Got it.
Because you want to, this is the cottage industry we've been talking about. You train specifically for that.
Well, here's another thing that during the season, you're not trying to stay super strong. You're just trying to maintain. I mean, I don't know how many reps you're going to do in the weight room, but I just thought when I was a player, I was trying to keep myself fit enough to sustain the grind of playing in the championship game and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not throwing up 4 or 5 on my back in the squat. I'm not throwing up 315 like that.
Right.
I'm doing marginal lifting to keep my body in shape. So the guys who get bounced out 2 months earlier, they can pound away with the bench press. And
I guess what I meant was a guy like Orlando Brown, who clearly was dominant at his position at Oklahoma, at a major blue blood program. And he goes and runs a 5.8. I would think the reason he dropped to the second wasn't because of his tape, but more because of, wait a second, you knew this was coming and you ran a 5.8?
Yeah.
Like, how committed are you?
Yeah. I mean,
I agree with you. There's not much time, but that's probably what they're thinking.
Listen, when I saw him, he wasn't gonna run no better than a 5.8. All right. Maybe 5'7". I mean, that was just so slow.
He put on a few. Is that what you're saying?
He may have put on a few. You know, he might. The good life, when the good life hits you, you know, you partake in it, and maybe a little bit of the good life going in the first round kind of got the best.
Yeah, I don't blame these teams. Honestly, I don't. And you know me, I'm a very big player. I am a player rights guy, but I don't blame these teams. If you're going to spend millions upon millions of dollars, you're going to spend critical draft picks on these guys. You want to know these guys. Okay, I know it's 40 days from the end of the season, but this is about my job now. It's a job.
Yeah.
How am I going to prepare for this job interview?
Yeah.
Am I going to go there and be ready and hit everything as best I can, or am I going to go in there out of shape and run a 5.8 40?
Right, exactly. And then that you tell a story just based on your performance to whoever your future employer is.
Sure,
gonna
you
be,
do. Yes,
or guys that aren't going to employ you. It definitely cuts both ways. That's for sure. All right, so we're going to throw some more combine talk at you because we know that we're all totally in from this point on as far as what the draft looks like. Jacksonville not in the first round. The Jaguars aren't going to pick until 56, the Lagaman slot, at least for right now. That's where they're positioned to pick. With their first selection, it'll come on Friday night instead of Thursday night. So anyway, we'll get into all that as we go along today. We got some other things to talk about: franchise tag, 4 p.m. deadline, all that stuff. But first, look through the glass.
I see the E to the
You
T.
see E to the T is in there.
What's up, bro?
What's happening, fellas?
We good.
Last time we saw E, he had a megaphone at Palm Royale, just trying to outshout us. That's what he was trying to do. Okay.
My bad, man. I was locked in.
This is the first time you got to answer to us because
I know.
because we saw you this past week on a beautiful Friday up there in Callahan, Florida, and now JJ LaSelva and his beautiful bride Blake on a big bird on their way to Italy, and you got to pick up the. You got to pick up.
And this is a curveball
scraps.
because I thought everything was all good because after that event, Joe bought me a beer. So I thought everything was all good.
Yeah, I'm always trying to take care of my man. That's for sure. But at the same time, the work he did up there, they loved it. They absolutely. We labeled you the hype man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you definitely were. All right, you ready to go?
And I'm always, you stay ready, you don't got to get ready.
All right, good. Trained by Dan and Jeff on the drill every morning, right, with the award-winning program that starts off your day right here on 1010XL 92.5 FM. So I say we get into a handful of topics, including spring football, coming up here in just a second. Let's hit the franchise tag talk a little bit. Jacksonville, can you guys see any scenario where a franchise tag lands at the feet of a Devin Lloyd, at the feet of a Travis Etienne? I can't imagine it right now. It's way too pricey. The linebacker tag is in that $27 million range. I think it's $14 million, something in that neighborhood for the running back.
Well, what kind of message are you sending in your locker room when you get guys who flourished and excelled at the season last year, and then you let them go? You don't franchise.
It's a fair question.
You don't try to retain them.
It's a fair question. So let's get into it a little bit because here's what I know. Devin Lloyd does not want to be tagged, nor does Travis Etienne. And so I think they may be looking at like, I'm going to get rewarded outside of this building. So anyway, we'll get into it coming up as we go along today. But you guys jump in 641-1010. A number of schools starting spring football. You had the coach of the Florida Gators on the Frangie Show yesterday, John Sumrall. No H, no E, but he is he. He had some things to say about his squad. So let's touch on that as part of our judgments coming up. It is XL Primetime on a gorgeous Tuesday right here on the First Coast.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. 1010XL covers the Players' Championship start to finish. Track your favorite golfers and get live Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates. Teed up by Green Acres Sporting Goods, Performance Painting, and Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Got a dent or a scratch that needs fixing? San Jose Collision in Mandarin offers expert auto body repair and works with all insurance. Family owned and locally trusted. San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Make Capital Glass and Shower Doors your premier choice for top quality glass solutions. With over 40 years of expertise, their team specializes in commercial and residential projects. From elegant shower doors to modern frameless enclosures, they've got you covered. But that's not all. They also offer glass railing systems, glass wine cabinets, and much more. For unmatched quality and service, choose Capital Glass and Shower Doors. Your vision, their expertise. Visit online at capcoglass.com.
Helmets and Heels calls on Jags former middle linebacker Tom McManus to elevate your afternoon.
He's the best. Guy's got it all.
Catch the pros' point of view afternoons 2 to 4 on 1010XL. Fought for you by Green Law Group, for the injured, fighting for you.
The new Ackerman Cancer Center is now open at World Golf Village, providing state-of-the-art screenings and diagnostic exams with no referral required. Same-day appointments are available. Call today or visit AckermanCancerCenter.com.
Living on Amelia Island, having fun in Fernandina Beach? No matter what brings you to the fun, cozy town, make sure you check out the tap room at Mocama Beer Company. With a full flight of craft creations, from the Cosmico IPA to the Motor, the perfect pilsners and lagers, matching memories and some Mocama magic is what it's all about. Mocama Beer Company in Fernandina Beach, near the big water where the sun is born. And look for more Mocama craft at your local Total Wine or ABC Liquors.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
We went to probably 4 or 5 jewelry stores.
Jacksonville's Mitch Fandel went to the town center looking for an engagement ring, but found the big box corporate jewelry experience wasn't for him.
Nobody was really helping us. One of the stores, some people walked in behind us and they were offered beer and champagne, and I'm wearing shorts and a cutoff, so I don't really look the part. So I was like, well, I guess we'll go somewhere else. I don't know if they think we can afford to shop here or what.
So he went across and discovered locally owned Beards Diamonds.
When I walked in, everybody just said, hey, welcome in, welcome to Beards.
Mitch loved the service and attention he got at Beards and ended up with a bigger, better quality diamond.
It was about twice the size of what I thought I could afford, and it was also about twice the size of what my wife thought she wanted.
Today, Mitch tells all his friends, shop local, shop Beards.
You're going to get the best deal on the best diamond.
Unbeatable value, unmatched selection, uncompromising personal service.
Anybody that I know, I want them to shop at Beards.
Beards Diamonds, St. John's Town Center.
Brian Wall here. Would you take your paycheck, go to the bank, cash it, and then simply throw it up in the air? I didn't think so. But in a way, over the years, that is exactly what you're doing if you have old or builder-grade windows in your home. Even if you have a brand new home, those windows are not the best windows you can have to save on your energy bills. Window World has sold millions of replacement windows to homeowners like you, and Window World's customer satisfaction is the highest in the business. Please check Window World out yourself and save on your new windows and on your energy bills. Compare with other companies and you'll see Window World is simply the best for less. It's up to you. You can call Window World and get a free estimate, get the best guarantee in the window replacement business, save money on your new windows, and save more on your energy bills. Call Window World today at 904-443-7001 or go online to windowworldneflorida.com. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Eye on that deadline until 4 o'clock this afternoon. If it does go down and dudes get tagged, what's going to ultimately be the price tag for any player and which teams are going to actually pull the trigger and do it? We will definitely keep an eye on that as we go along today. It is XL Primetime. But right now, let's just at least start off with the franchise tag and maybe some history here, because we've already said we don't believe a Devin Lloyd or a Travis Etienne is going to get hit with a tag. Buster Brown's still out there. We can definitely get into him. But right now, E.T., hit it.
Here comes the judge.
Order in the court.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Well, We bring the truth right here on XL Primetime. We borrow a page from the Truth Teller just for this one particular segment, okay? Campione Law bringing you Here Comes the Judge. Remember, they are champions for justice, and if you find yourself in front of the judge, you're dealing with any situation, personal injury or beyond, make sure you get a team of attorneys ready to represent you. They're just steps away from the Duval County Courthouse, offices in the AUG as well. Just log on CampioneLaw.com. All right, so it's time for some judgments, and we already said, based on what we are looking at right now, we ain't going to see a tag this year in Duval. Big Sirs, take us back in time. Who has been hit with a tag?
All right, the first tag to be hit with is a teammate of mine, well-deserved. That season came off 12 sacks. Only a sack machine, but just a disruptor. Tackles for loud, strip fumbles, all that kind of stuff. T-Brat. In 2000, he was a franchise tag.
Now, can you remember what the conversation was? Because we always say it. You're guaranteed to get paid if you sign that deal and you make the roster and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But everyone wants guaranteed cash beyond that 1 year. What was the conversation like? What was T-Brack saying in the locker room?
He wasn't happy. Let me just say that. He wasn't happy. He was coming off a Pro Bowl year, too, now.
Yeah.
Coming off a Pro Bowl year where he was outstanding under Don Capers' defense.
Yeah.
You know, he was kind of a defensive end and a rover at the same time because he's always moving to find that weak link in the offensive line. So he was not a happy man. Let me just say that first and foremost because he wanted the long-term deal, of course.
Who could blame him? And I've always argued, at least on the side of the team, that the team only has one player that they can tag with that franchise tag. It was built in to try and keep guys wearing your uniform.
They keep the star players in-house.
Right. And they get ticked off.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Now, there's what's worse than getting tagged once?
This guy right here, Double D. Double D, Donovan Darius, got tagged in 03, 04, and 05. Now, the Jaguars is wrong for that one right there.
He might have been Triple D.
You know what I'm saying? They were wrong for that, man. I forgot
That's all
this
kinds
happened.
of wrong.
Yeah,
That's all kinds of wrong.
Dang Donovan Darius.
Especially with somebody who was available. Mass majority is it. Playing hurt, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you're supposed to show him supposed to compliment him with a long-term deal.
Now, at the same time, he did earn the average of the top 5 from the year before every single year that he was tagged, but I totally get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
All right, move on.
Okay, so the last 05 was the last one. They didn't tag another franchise guy until 2011.
Right.
Mercedes Lewis, tight end. He was tagged. He eventually got a 5-year deal, a 5-year extension.
Okay.
Yeah, so that happened in 2011.
And probably still playing. He's planning on playing right now.
Bro, he's probably still in the league.
He was playing last year. He's probably still planning on playing right now.
Did he play last year?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. All right. In 2012, Josh Scobie, the kicker, was franchise tagged. He got a long-term deal.
I'm trying to remember what the negotiations were with Scobie, whether they got contentious at all with the kicker. Scopes, we might have to get him on to ask him about that.
Absolutely.
All right, who else we got?
All right, so that was 2012, and we all remember this one. Absolutely remember this one. 2020, Yannick Ngakoue was tagged, franchise tag.
And Ngakoue wanted that big money deal.
Yeah.
Remember this, Matt?
I remember.
He had...
they all three were who are they going to pay? What we kept saying. They got 3 guys they need to pay.
And he wanted that $20 million figure.
Yeah.
And
do you remember in one particular game where he got like a strip fumble? And I think he turned to the owner's box and said something like, pay me or something. You remember that? Remember
he doing this or something?
Yeah, he was doing something like
Doing
that, like pay me. Yeah, I remember that.
The money.
Yeah.
he was productive.
Yeah, he was.
And he ultimately did not get the deal.
Until he left this team.
Yeah,
Once he left this franchise, he was no longer productive.
Well, he was tagged, and then he was he subsequently traded to the Minnesota Vikings.
And then didn't stay long, went from there to Baltimore.
He's
and
OTL right now, is he not?
He went from there to Baltimore to Indianapolis. He was
out of the league.
Oakland also. He played for like 3 or 4 different teams once he left.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's out of the league now, right?
I don't think he's active right now.
Yeah.
All right, hit us with the last.
All right, in 2021 and 2022, it was Cam Robertson, the left tackle. Yeah, he was tagged to both years.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Also, I think OTL.
Yeah. His first tag came at $13.75 million. His second tag came at $16.6 million.
Yeah, he made cake, and then he got traded away,
Yeah.
and then he got moved, and then he lost his job in Houston this last go-around. All right, so we got 2 left.
2 left. 2023, Evan Ingram got tagged for $11.3 million. was ultimately signed to a 3-year extension.
Yeah, he got the deal, and then they ended up moving him to Denver, and then Josh Hines Allen.
And Josh Hines Allen is the last one. Yeah.
Right.
So it's 11 franchise tags that the Jaguars used on the players.
So not
2000.
all these worked out,
No.
but at the same time, there's not, financially speaking, enough money for this team to tag anybody right now.
Yeah.
That's why they're not doing it.
Yet. I think a lot more goes into this than just, hey, let's tag him. I think the big thing that goes into it is can you get 16 to restructure his deal?
Yeah.
That's the big thing. Can you get Josh Hines Allen to restructure his deal?
And we will find out in the next handful of days if they're going to do that. All right, franchise tag deadline today at 4 o'clock. There's a couple of other guys that are being talked about. Breece Hall up in New York. You could look at a handful of others. Danny Dimes. Daniel Jones is another one that's getting some headlines when it comes to getting tagged. If he gets tagged off of an Achilles injury, fellas, it's $45 million.
Well, what else do they have?
They're going to have to answer that question.
Exactly.
AR asked for a trade.
Yeah.
They're clearly not interested in AR.
They said, go for it.
Right.
Yeah.
So what else? They have no choice. They have to pay him $45 million and hope he's ready.
Yeah. And the other, I saw one other dude's name floated out there. A return of the Minshew up in Indyland.
Chew.
Yeah. Yeah. Give us your best line out of the press box, Leon.
Oh, the Big Chew.
Yeah.
Big Chew, baby. That was my guy, that Kansas City game.
And
I think the columnist at the Times Union gave you a dirty look.
I don't care.
I think
he ain't
Leon,
under smoke.
Leon got warned, E.T., after he said, I see you, Big Chew.
I did.
To settle down.
No, it was let's go, Big Chew is what he said.
Yeah.
Let's go, Big Chew.
I said, let's go, Big Chew. I said it with my chest, too.
All right, so $45 million if he gets hit with the franchise tag, $37 plus if he gets a transition tag. I don't know.
I think you're probably safer with
Matt
the
said,
transition.
they have no choice.
Who's gonna pay him 45?
No way.
Right, just hit him with the transition. No one's gonna
Coming off of an Achilles, too.
Yeah.
And did Kirk Cousins have that Achilles when he got signed, when he went to Atlanta? He might have. He might have been the last guy that had the Achilles and got signed for a big deal. So you never know. You never know. All right, let's move on. A couple more judgments. The Jets have 4 of the top 44 picks in this year's draft. Should Aaron Glenn have been caught on camera sleeping at the NFL Combine when he's got that much at stake? 4 of the first 44, and it was like me in social studies back in the day, just caught napping. I got caught by.
Was the mouth open?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Well, no, for me, yeah, I got caught by him. By Gallaudet, and I paid handsomely for it.
Right, you got the ruler across the wrist.
Exactly,
Yeah,
Sister Rose Carmel. She knew I had it coming, but the Glenn was just kind of drifting just for a second, and then Rich Eisen and whomever is in the booth, and they're of course responding to anything they see on television. And I don't know if it was the 40-yard dash, I can't remember, but anyway, they show Aaron Glenn, and they go, and there's Aaron Glenn, coach of the Jets, and all of a sudden. His eyes come flying open. That ain't pretty, man.
Maybe he was up late at night watching tape.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You told my guys who got 20-hour days, bro. That man deserves a nap.
Not a good look. Not a good look.
At all. Man, I would have took a nap, put my feet up on the chair.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have cared what y'all thought about me.
That event, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if he was up till 4 a.m. watching tape the night before.
Maybe. All right, so here's one of your dudes. Let's move on with judgments. David Bailey's one of Maddie's dudes, okay? And he's a guy with a 40 time of 4.5 at 251 pounds. Are you ready for this? Reached a high speed of 22.91 miles per hour. And I love one of the guys that puts this stuff out. He was faster than Antonio Cromartie, not at having babies, just at running the 40. Quicker than Devontae Adams, jumped higher than A.J. Green, more explosive, according to these drills, than Adrian Peterson, and then heavier than Von Miller. Is he going to be a star?
Heavier than Von Miller?
Heavier than Von. And both of these cats came out of the
See,
great
I always
state of
thought
Texas.
his legs, like he's gonna need to bulk up his lower body.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the guy's a freak. He's an absolute freak. Length, athleticism. He is a guy that he also has the moves too.
Okay,
big sir. So he's not a guy that's got this one move and that's it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's got the plethora.
He does.
He
does have a plethora.
Okay, so he seems to me kind of elongated.
He does, right?
Yeah.
Seems like he needs a little.
Yeah, something in his pockets.
A little meat in his.
Yeah, he needs a little
baggage,
meat on his
right?
bone. I would ate his ass up.
I love that. He still wants to take those guys on.
I do, bro. I do.
All right, so real quick, as we just kind of go from David Bailey to Arvell Reese, who are you taking first? Jordan Reed, he comes out with his latest coming out of the combine. Fernando, number 1, then Arvell Reese, second to the Jets. David Bailey, third, going to Arizona. Of those two,
I'm taking the guy with the most sacks.
So you're looking at the edge as opposed to maybe that
edge,
off the ball.
Yeah. I mean, Reese is going to be, your outside linebacker, then your off the ball defensive end on third down situations more than likely. But I mean, how many sacks did Reese have last year? 6.5, something like that. It wasn't a big number.
Right.
I'd rather go with the guy who's got like double-digit sacks.
Okay, so you're going Bailey.
I would go Bailey.
Look at this, Big Sir. Where are you going?
I'm going Bailey, but let me just say this real quick. I'm just going to throw this in there.
Yeah.
Reese is a good player.
Mm-hmm.
Caden Curry might have been the best edge in that Ohio State team at the end of the day, by the end of the season.
I'm going to let
and
you
he's
add...
like, the people are saying he's going to be like a second or third round pick. That's a dude that if he's there in the second or third round, my God.
All right,
do we take him?
Add that back into the argument in just 1 second. Okay?
All right.
I don't want you to forget that. And then
All
Big
right.
Sursa's next question on that, does this team take him? But look at this. This is Jordan Reed, who just came out with his post-combine. He's got Reuben Bain Jr. fourth, right after those other two dudes. Will there be a run on edges? Can you see Reuben Bain Jr. going that high with sub 31-inch arms?
I can't.
The arms. It's the arms.
Bro, y'all can talk about the arms all you want to. I just know that cat off the edge causes offensive linemen he confuses them with his leverage and his ability to get low and flip his hips and all that kind of. Now, will it work on the next level? Nobody knows. Right. Nobody knows if any of these guys are going to be able to work at the. It's a coin flip.
Yeah,
it's a coin flip. But I'll take and I know I'm sounding like a homer, but I'll take Reuben Bain's motor all day.
All right, so let me just throw this out. We'll finish up with
Let me just say this to you real quick before you do that.
Yeah.
So Caden Curry basically became a full-time starter this past season.
Mm-hmm.
He started games, but he basically became a full-time starter, okay? 11 sacks.
Is it Caden McDonald or which one are you talking about?
The kid at Ohio State, the other edge.
Yeah, okay.
11 sacks.
I'm thinking of, is it McDonald the tackle? That's the other guy, that Caden McDonald? Okay.
I think that's right.
Yeah, so this leads me to this. How the hell did Ohio State not win the Big Ten and not play deeper into the college football playoff as the defending national champion when they potentially could have 3 of the top 10 picks in the draft? And then if you throw Caden McDonald in, a mock has him right there at 16, 17.
They might have 6 of the top 40.
Ooh, I got the answer.
I have the answer, too.
Miami rushed for 150 yards on 4-point yards a carry.
Not just that.
All right.
We dominated
the line of scrimmage.
I know you love raising your hand and answering that question.
The quarterback. That's why.
Yeah.
Affect the quarterback.
But dude,
Julian Sane was like running around with deer in the headlights.
I got you. But I'm just thinking of the Reese, the McDonald's, all the Sonny Styles of the world that just wowed them at the combine. They didn't get to the quarterback.
So they got 2 sacks on us. We got 5 on them, though.
All right. 5v2. All right.
Miami is a great game plan. We're just going to run right at them.
Mm-hmm. And they did. Thanks to Mark Wheeler, that's for sure. All right, so we will keep going with that as conversation. We need to get back to the tag, and Big Surf made a good point earlier about paying guys in your locker room. Devin Lloyd and ETN had the best years that you've seen them have in teal and black. Why didn't they get a check? We'll get into that coming up. It is XL Prime Time.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione. Campione Law.
XL Prime Time.
Driven by Duval Ford. Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Coach Campo here, and I just want to tell you about the best pizza I've had right here in Duval. And that's Tony D's Pizza. Tony works hard to make every slice perfect. If you love pizza like I do, you need to go to Tony D's, Bay Meadows and 295.
This is Mark Nato. My sons and I have seen the doctors and PAs at Southeast Ortho for everything from lumbar spine stress to elbow tendonitis. Southeast has always been there, been truthful, and always been on point. Everything they say happens. We can't thank them enough for what they've done and the great care that they have taken of our sons.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
We're certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Experience? Yeah, that's Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reed Wingate. They have the expertise and knowledge to take care of your money. For more info, go to itppartners.com. ITP Partners, they're my financial partners for life.
Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success.
The road to March runs through Jacksonville. The 2026 Atlantic Sun Conference men's and women's basketball tournament is coming to VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Catch all 24 Division I basketball programs in action March 3rd through 9th. Reserve your seat today at asunsports.org/tickets. Jacksonville is the destination for ASUN basketball. Get your tickets to the 2026 Atlantic Sun Conference men's and women's basketball tournament today. asunsports.org/tickets.
You may not be able to control the air you breathe on the outside, but you certainly can on the inside of your home. Just call Florida Home AC and ask about the Remy Halo. It's the next generation of air quality technology. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC.
Royal Pest Services, a local company you can trust. Royal Pest is a certified installer of tap insulation, which stands for thermal, acoustic, and pest control. Reduce that electric bill by adding pest protection. It's that easy. Online at royalpestservices.com.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and you've got some really cool events coming up in your showroom on Atlantic near Regency.
We've got some exciting things. All new Euro motorcycle, fresh out of the box. I've never seen it. Some demo days. We got Sully here to give us the detail.
Yes, so March 12th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. we have a Euro demo day. Come out, test ride, and see if this is your next bike you're going to get.
Very exciting stuff. All new Euro. You're going to want to see this. Everybody loves sidecars.
Want more details? Check out Cycles of Jacksonville on Facebook and their Instagram page.
Checkmate. I'm Brendan Cecilia, founder of Checkmate Coatings.
And I'm Chester, Checkmate's mascot and brand ambassador.
Why do you even talk in these ads?
People see me on the trucks, Brendan, so they expect to hear from me as well.
But I have over a decade's experience personally installing high-quality polymer floors right here in Jacksonville.
Well, I'm a professional mascot, riding around on the side of your trucks, smiling at passers-by.
Then could you at least tell people about our two-stage polymer application process? Give your garage the finishing touch with a gorgeous floor that's guaranteed to last?
A bit busy posing for selfies, I'm afraid.
Years of experience?
Check. Adorable mascot?
Check. The team you need to make your garage gorgeous? Checkmate!
Transforming your floors, making them great. Checkmate.
Visit checkmatecoatings.com. That's checkmatecoatings.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Back to the franchise tag discussion. Back to your Jacksonville Jaguars here in a second. It's XL Primetime. Joe C., Matty Hayes. You can check out his stuff at USA Today Sports. The Hurricane Hall of Famer Big Sur and E.T. In there subbing in. He took the baton from JJ for the lunch bunch to hang out with us today. After, what's your full work day, bro?
3:45 is the wake up call. In here 6 o'clock, 6 to 10. 10 to noon is the break.
Yeah.
Noon to 2, that's party time with the lunch bunch. And then after this, I got a couple more activities I got to get done for 1010XL.
Well, he's trying to get that Employee of the Month.
Hey, meet me at the spot, bro. I'll be there a little later.
It's going down.
All right, real quick before we get into Leon's locker room, Matt, you were just saying that not only did they have
so you were talking about Ohio State, how much
Sonny Styles,
Caden McDonald, Caden Curry,
Caleb Downs.
If let's just put it this way, okay? If Jeremiah Smith and Julian Sain were eligible in this draft, they'd go 1-2. Yes, they would.
Jeremiah Smith
Yes,
would be
they
way
would.
up there. He would be way up there.
Yes, they would. They'd go 1-2.
And you're saying
I'm saying would be number
better
one
than
quarterback.
Mendoza.
Yes, would be the number one
That's
quarterback.
interesting. All right, I'm gonna I need to think about that one. Process that
Head-to-head
one.
matters, Matt Hayes. Head-to-head matters. Didn't they go
Mendoza
head-to-head?
beat him.
Head matters with what?
When it comes to
All right. Well, I mean,
competition.
you can have Carson back instead of Julian Sane. I'm not saying that.
Huh?
Is that what you're saying?
No,
Carson
what I'm saying is Mendoza went head-to-head with Sayings, and he outperformed him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Doesn't matter when it comes to scouts.
Sure,
No?
it does.
Oh, okay.
It factors. It factors.
It does
I
factor.
thought
That's
you were
what I'm
talking
trying
about Miami, so I thought you.
No, I was talking about the Big Ten championship.
I mean, I think that Sane would be the pick because I think his ceiling is higher. That's
Maybe.
why I think he would be the pick over Mendoza.
At the very
And he's
least,
got a stronger arm too.
Like Fernando is not being viewed as this end all be all as the number one pick. That I will 100% agree with. They're not salivating over the idea that this guy's coming in the league and he's going to be red hot. They like what they like.
Y'all following suit
because he's the best available.
Y'all are following suit. Yeah, the closer we get to the draft, the more y'all got issues with Mendoza.
You like Mendoza?
I like him. He beat us. Hell, it was not the like.
Is that the only reason you like him?
No, I mean, listen.
But he did beat that front.
He did beat
another
that,
great front.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did
With
outshine our
Metador
front. Our
and
defense front
Bain.
got him pretty good, and he didn't crumble.
Yeah,
I can respect that.
All right, let's get back to the tag.
Ohio State defense got on him too.
Yeah.
Oh, did they?
First play of the game,
Oh,
Katy
yeah, I
Perry
remember
knocked
that.
him
Yeah,
out.
knocked him out. Yeah.
First
Yeah.
play.
Mm-hmm. True.
That's true.
All right,
That's true.
let's get back to what you just said because right now, just simply the salary cap will not allow for it. Your Jacksonville Jaguars are going to stand pat right now, very quiet, no tagging, no new deals being done, not a big splash in free agency next week. At least you wouldn't expect it. But Big Surse has got a point. Let's hit it.
Now, the Lemon Pepper Locker Room with Leon Searcy. Served up by Wingstop.
All right, fellas. Wingstop has a special. Well, not so much a special. They stay open late. 1 a.m. They deliver right at your door. And don't forget about that ranch, baby.
Late night cravings.
You got to get that extra ranch.
If you can dunk it in some ranch, it's all good.
It's all good, bro. Here's the problem I have with the Jaguars when it comes to, not entertaining. Well, we don't know that yet because we got till 4 p.m. to see if the Jaguars are going to tag either Devin Lloyd or ATN. But more than likely, they won't.
Right.
This makes me think about my times with the Steelers. The Steelers were notorious for not paying their free agents. I don't care how well they perform. From me, Barry Foster, Greg Lloyd, Kevin Green, Rod Woodson, Carnell Lake. I don't care how much you perform. They figured that they drafted well enough to replace you, that they didn't have to spend the big money to keep you around.
Right.
And this is sounding all too familiar with this Jaguar team. Is that you got guys who performed well. ATN, over 1,100 yards rushing, 7 touchdowns. Devin Lloyd, 5 interceptions. Played well. But Jacoby Myers comes in here and gets a long-term deal for $40 million, only for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns in 3 games.
That's a great point, by the way.
So I'm thinking to myself, if I'm in the locker room, a guy who played 3 games, don't get me wrong, now he stabilized the offense and the wide receiver room by catching the ball, gave Trevor a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he's being given a lot of credit.
Yeah, but still, bro, he only played 3 games and got a long-term deal, $40 million. Okay? And if I'm ATN, I'm Devin Lloyd, and I've been in this thing, I've been in the trenches all season long, trying to help this team win some games. This guy comes in here from the Raiders and plays 3 games and gets a $40 million deal, I get issues.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to blow your mind right now.
Please
okay?
do.
So Leon's point is the guy got paid a handsome contract for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns. All right? Clearly, they paid him because Trevor was a different player when he was there.
He became.
Okay?
He became a big-time
He helped Trevor develop, all right? Now, think about that as I bring this up. You've got a running back who's had 3,000 yard seasons in 4 seasons he's played.
Mm-hmm.
He had 1,337 total yards last year and 13 touchdowns. All right? He also just happens to be best friends with your quarterback.
Tight.
I think they're going to keep him. I do. I think they're going to find a way to keep him.
I would love for them to get creative.
He's a productive back, number one, productive back.
Right.
Number two, that also might be the impetus for Trevor to say, all right, I'll restructure.
Maybe. Okay. Because the friendship, along with the way they succeeded, in other words, he was a big part of their success. He wasn't just good
At both
buddies.
levels.
Yeah, he wasn't just good buddy.
Yes.
He was dude's doing work. Dude is in the end zone, led in receiving touchdowns. What was the total number you
6
just said?
receiving touchdowns.
Yeah. And so
7 rush.
Yeah.
3,000-yard seasons in 4 years.
I would love for them to get creative and figure out a way that they had.
I don't think they're letting him go, man. I don't.
Because both sides have to look at this. Liam's offense flourished because of these things coming together. Better blocking up front. Guys that could hang on to the football when Jacoby Myers came rolling into town. ETN, the type of back that Liam Cohen loves to have in his offense. I don't think they want him to go 100%, but it's got to be both ways. It's got to be affordable.
We can also talk about Tootin, who's a good player.
Right.
ETN's a better player.
Well, yeah, he's more seasoned.
I mean, I think at some point you got to look at it that way too. You have a better player. You have one of the top dual threat rush and receiving backs in the league. You're just going to let him walk?
Yeah, you can't let that walk out of your offense.
And it does go back to your locker room thought, is that you would love to see guys in that building get rewarded.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so if it does come down to 4 o'clock this afternoon, and I think we would probably look at it as simple, not as simple as it gets, the transition tag makes more sense than anything else. It's $11 million and some change.
Yeah.
And if they could work out a deal, if it was
he'll get more from somebody than $11 million.
Probably.
They're gonna have to pay that. At some point, they're gonna have to pay it. What's the franchise?
It is 14, I believe.
They're gonna have to pay that to keep him.
Dude, I'm telling you, they don't have the money. They're that much deeper in over the cap right now. They're more than 14 million.
They need a couple players to restructure, and they'll have the money.
They might. I'm looking at the numbers here for Javonte Williams. He signed a 3-year, $24 million deal, which is a very affordable deal. If you give him $12 million of that 24 guaranteed up front, and it's a 2-year deal that you're taking, basically spreading that guaranteed money over a 3-year period, but you're planning on keeping him for 2, that ain't a bad way to go. We'll come back with some numbers as far as the running back is concerned. Other deals that have been done. And you guys let us know whether you think they're going to make a play to keep Travis Etienne by the 4 o'clock deadline. Transition tag, a new deal, whatever it might be. Let us know. 641-1010. Hit the text line. Designed by Lifetime Enclosure.
XL Primetime, driven by big number 1 Duval Ford, the number 1 place to buy your next vehicle. 1010XL is your home for Jacksonville University basketball.
The A-Sun tournament tips off at UNF Arena tomorrow at noon. It's a 9-8 seed matchup. JU and Bellarmine on 1010 AM.
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. I'm celebrating an anniversary. 2 years ago, I hit my goal weight with Awaken 180, 40 pounds gone. Now, I know it's not 100 plus like Hacker, but 40 was my number. That was the weight holding me back, slowing me down. I didn't do it with meds, didn't do it with side effects, didn't rely on shortcuts I had to stay on forever. I did it with a plan. Awesome free coaching for life and learning how to eat in a way that actually works in real life. Awaken 180 knows you travel, knows you eat out, knows you have cravings, a real-life plan for real-life people. Maybe your number's 25 pounds. Maybe it's 40 like mine. Maybe it's over 100 like Hack. Whatever it is, we're proof you can reach it and keep it off without putting something in your body you don't want. Awaken 180 works. Go get your number at awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800.
Frank Franchi here. Nimnick Chevrolet is proud to be a 7-time Chevrolet Dealer of the Year recipient, the only dealership in Northeast Florida to ever win this prestigious award, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. Visit nimnickchevy.com to learn more. For 3 generations, Nimnicky's been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right. Where do you go? The answer is simple. Nobody but Nimnick. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Kubota keeps the job site running smoothly with the #1 selling compact excavator lineup in the world. Reliable, capable, and backed by strong dealer support. Stop by today to power up your crew. Right now, bring home select Kubota excavators with 0% financing available or save up to $4,800. Now through March 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit Coastal Equipment in Jacksonville and McClenny to reach your North Florida Kubota Superstore.
All right, Jackson, let's talk about it. Spring cleaning feels great until your drains remind you what they've been holding on to all winter. If your sink's burping, your shower's backing up, or your toilet's hesitating like it's reading a blitz, it's time to call in the pros. Call Duck Duck Rooter. During their spring drain cleaning promotion, get your drains cleaned plus a free camera inspection for just $129. Must have outside clean out, honest pricing, proven experience, no fourth quarter surprises. When you're stuck, call the Duck. That's 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
At Hollis Pools, building a pool is personal. We sit down with you, listen to your vision, and bring your backyard dreams to life right here in Northeast Florida. Working with us doesn't feel like working with a contractor. It feels like working with family. Every Hollis Pools project supports Project Savior Outdoors, helping bring hope to our veterans. Visit hollispools.com. Hollis Pools, your vision, your pool, your escape. License number CPC 1461233.
Get your tickets for the Tom Coughlin J Fund Wine Tasting Gala. Join Super Bowl winning coach Tom Coughlin at ViStar Ballpark Thursday, March 5th and raise a glass to help local families tackling childhood cancer. Enjoy hundreds of wines from around the world and food from top local restaurants. Buy tickets and learn more at tcjfund.org/wine. tcjfund.org/wine.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Cranking it out on a beautiful Tuesday. Hope everybody is off and running. Half of the day done. Noon hour, getting close to 1 p. And getting closer and closer to the players. This time next week, we will be broadcasting from the beautiful stadium course at TPC Sawgrass. Can't wait. Looking forward to it. And free agency. They'll have the legal tampering period going on and then the opportunity to sign dudes. 2 big contracts. We'll see if it happens here in the city of Jacksonville. But as we just mentioned, the idea of maybe a deal coming Travis Etienne's way if they can get it done. Now, if you take a look at contracts right now, just as far as what's on the books, this is according to Over the Cap when it comes to running backs. And Javonte Williams just got that deal, $24 million deal. Saquon is looking at an average of $20 million plus, okay? When he signed his deal, it was guaranteed $36 million, and they may have to rework his numbers. But right now he's at the top of the heap. Christian McCaffrey's up there. Derrick Henry with his deal, $15 million on average per year. Breece Hall, is he going to get tagged? We don't know. But he's right there at that franchise tag number right now, 14.2. Then Jonathan Taylor at $14 million. And you can just kind of go down the line and look at a few of these other guys like the James Cooks of the world. Kyron Williams is around 13, a little bit less than that for Kyron Williams from L.A. And then you go down to that Javonte Williams deal, and it's a $24 million deal, but an $8 million average. That's a 3-year deal, and they may not see the end of that contract, which I think is sensible. That's just the way you're looking at it. That takes us back to the ETN number. If you could figure out a way, I don't know whether he would say, hey, give me a 3-year, $24 million deal, and I'll sign it today. Do you think he would?
No, I don't think he would. I mean, because if I'm his agent, I mean, as ridiculous as this may sound, I'm going to consider my client elite, and I'm going to ask for elite money. Now, whether you can ask for whatever what you want to ask for.
Right.
But he will be doing him a disservice if he doesn't ask for elite money. And then the team, it just depends on how many millions are they off. if they're what? How many millions? If they're like
They're
8
like
million off.
18 to 19 million right now.
Okay, so let's say the Jaguars say we want to get you at 10 and he wants to get at 18. You got to somehow. So is 14? Is that a viable number that the Jaguars could live with when it comes to ATM per?
Well, it's
you're basically saying 8 per.
Yeah, that's what
no
I'm.
chance he signs.
No way he signs for that.
No chance.
I agree because Javonte Williams is in a different situation, but also he was the dude in Dallas, and Jerry Jones wanted to make sure that he didn't walk out the door. They got other guys that they got to figure out. George Pickens, of course, the contract that they'll decide on with him going forward. But at the very least, that's a number that's been signed and agreed upon by a running back in this offseason.
The Titans would give him 33 over 3 years at minimum. That's only 11.
All right. You can take a look at some of these spot track, the estimate right now. 2 years, 13.6 to 14.6 million. That's an average annual value of in that 7 range. The Athletic projecting 12.5 million average annual value with a 3-year, $37.5 million deal. PFF, 3 years, $34.5 million. So that's an 11.5, which is right close to that transition tag. So now you get to that $11 million figure. He'd be crazy not to take it.
Three for 33. You're saying 33 million over 3 years,
somewhere in that. Yeah, because
but you just said 3 of 24, and I'm telling you, he's not taking 3 of 24.
I just went from 8, and you said no, and so now I'm going to the other projection.
You're going to 11.
11,
and
11
he's going to say no, 13.
Good luck with that.
I know. So here's the thing. So over the cap projects to have the Jaguars restructure Trevor Lawrence. It's saved like 41.9 million by restructuring him. So my guess is if you restructure Josh Hines Allen, you restructure Eric Armstead, you restructure Foye, you're going to get some more money out of that as well. That doesn't mean you're going to go spending like crazy.
Right.
But it does mean you could keep ETN. I don't think you can keep both those guys, ETN and Lloyd. If they do that, it'll be a miracle.
You're thinking?
Yeah, I'm thinking that ATN will probably be the commodity that we keep as far as what he's capable of doing on offense. You're talking, what, he had 7 rushing touchdowns and 6 pass receiving?
Yeah.
You can't let that
13
bounce.
total.
You can't let that bounce from your offense. He's been super productive last year.
1,330 total yards.
Yeah.
Look, I love the idea of it. Whenever we did our on 1010XL social, you can go back and see what we had to say about whether or not this team should keep ETN or try to keep ETN. He flourished in this offense, and they got to want him back as much as he might want to stay. But at the same time, there's a lot of him, a big pull in him going, you know what? Don't hit me with anything. I want to see what else is out there. I want to see what type of money. And he's got to be careful about that because this offense seemed to fit him perfectly.
Well, I mean,
in his NFL career, this is the best he has been.
But as a former player who got pigeonholed and from the Steelers saying that I was a system player, I mean, I'm sure I'm alleging that this may have happened, that the Jaguars are saying to ATN, hey, look, you didn't have this kind of productivity before we got here. You flourishing, and why wouldn't you want to stay here at this number? And you can't waver. You can't waver.
Well,
hang on real quick. So over the cap also says they could save about $5 million for Josh Hines Allen. They could save, believe it or not, almost 11 for Eric Armstead. Okay,
so that right there, if you just did those two,
and hang on, and Devon Hamilton's another 5.
If you just did those two, then you're clear in your books. Now get to the other two, which would give you the actual surplus of cash.
Right. So Devon Hamilton's another one. He's at like 5. Foye Luakon, I think, is at 3. So if you do Foye and Devon, that's 8, and then you get 41 on Trevor.
That 41 seems a little crazy because it was already a cap-friendly figure for him.
It does seem high, but that's without even restructuring him.
Let's not forget the total dead cap right now that they've got, 42 mil.
Yeah, I think I actually think if they were 6-11 this year or 7-10, Trevor's not restructuring.
No.
But you see where you are last year, and you see how you probably should have won the AFC. Yeah, you might want to think, all right, let's keep this together. This is a window we got to embrace.
And this ain't running it back in the sense that, hey, they won everything, and now let's make it to where we want to bring everybody back. But there's hunger that comes along
Plus,
with what they accomplished.
if I'm Trevor and I'm his agent, I'm thinking, Trev, let's do this, number one. Because number two, the next contract you sign, if this thing gets good and you start winning, you get on a run, the next contract's going to be even better.
Well, I think most quarterbacks would agree with this. You want as many good pieces around you as you possibly can have, because that's going to pave the way. And other guys have been paid the most and had to say goodbye to other guys because they cost so much to their team. All right, let's get into the 1 o'clock hour and keep it going. 641-1010. You guys hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. So that would mean about 3 hours before that deadline hits. Are there transition or franchise tags coming in the city of Jacksonville?
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios.
The home of Jaguars fans.
We are We're Duval Superdogs, baby.
1010XL.
Divorce, menonly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Whether you're undertaking a major home renovation or just a simple repair request, American Electrical is your 5-star Jacksonville-based electrician to get the work done right. Experienced design building department working seamlessly with their electrical contracting department to help you create beautiful lighting spaces and electrical plans that make your house flow. And remember, with American Electrical, it's wired right at a fair price. Call American Electric at 737-7770. Look for that red, white, and blue eagle on the side of their truck, and you'll know it's American Electrical.
If you gotta have more Gators, get them anytime with a Gator Podcast channel. Served up by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Whenever you're ready, the Gator Podcast channel is too. On the video and social channels of 1010XL.
SportsForecaster.com has all the data you need to project tomorrow's winners. Register for free and track the performance of all your favorite players and teams, including all your fantasy team picks and prospects. Sports Forecaster has the most detailed player profiles on the web, precise depth charts, every transaction, every injury, every news update. No ranting or raving, no preening or barstool bluster. At SportsForecaster.com, you get the timely info you need for every game. SportsForecaster.com. Sign up for free today.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Roland, Roland, Roland. We're all calling Roland. The toilet's overflowing. Oh my.
When you've got a leak and can't wait a week, call Roland Reese Plumbing. 260-7059.
We love talking sports on 1010XL, and I9 Sports loves giving kids the perfect way to grow up playing the game. Spring and summer registration going on right now. Log on to i9sports.com to see all they've got to offer for kids ages 3 and up. Enter 1010 in the promo code for a discount. Year-round sports all across the First Coast. St. John's, Duval, and Clay. Sign up now for spring and summer. Great new locations added like Tofoy Creek High School and Westside Middle. Get your kids in the game with I9 Sports. Enter 1010 in the promo code for a discount at i9sports.com.
Pick it here for Oceanside Cleaners, the very best in dry cleaning service. Free pickup and delivery, or use their self-service kiosk in Ponte Vedra and Southside for drop-off and pickup. Dry cleaning, laundry, bedding, and bridal gown preservation. If it's got fabric, they can clean it. Oceanside Cleaners.
Hey, gang, Prosser here for my friends Chad and Sandy. What are your concerns? What struggles do you anticipate when it comes time to sell your home? What is it that bothers you? What's keeping you from getting max money as quickly as possible? Well, I don't know what those reasons are because I know they're all silly. Because Chad and Sandy have one down-to-the-line guarantee. Your home sold guaranteed, or they will buy it. It'll be at a price and a rate that you agree upon beforehand. So if you need to sell now, fast, easy, stress-free, and you need max price, then you need Chad and Sandy. The government's making moves intended to push mortgage rates lower. The last time rates dropped, we saw a selling and buying frenzy. Now's the time to prepare. It's time to call Chad and Sandy. Darcy in San Jose did. I wanted to move to a more walkable, vibrant area. Within 3 days of working with Chad and Sandy's team, I found the perfect home. They do it stress-free with a guarantee. Go to chadandsandy.com or call 414-6200. That's chadandsandy.com.
Want a one-stop shop when it comes to commercial or residential construction? Then pick Preferred Builders. They should be high on your list. Over 70 years of construction experience combined with exceptional product and service warranties. They've got a team ready to tackle any size project. In fact, they built their business in Duval by offering superior work at reasonable prices, and reputation over time means something. Honest and knowledgeable, reliable and responsive. Be sure and put Preferred Builders into your game plan for your next construction project. That's Preferred Builders.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Zero Res. Former running back James Robinson posted on social media yesterday that he signed a deal with the Louisville Kings of the UFL. Robinson played in 35 games for the Jaguars from 2020 to 2022 and rushed 485 times for over 2,100 yards and 18 touchdowns. 69 degrees at 103. Time and 10 brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL. That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
Well, before we get to that, I gave RJ one of those sweetheart compliments that he could get around after he did the update. He can get around my chair. And he said, couldn't do that a month ago. And I'm like, that's exactly what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, he was a fat kid a couple months ago.
That basketball is paying off.
Man, in the paint, bro.
Okay. And he said he was running full court and we didn't believe him. The results, it does suggest that they are 94 feet.
He is giving us the day that he's playing the playoffs, so we're going to go watch him.
Yeah.
And when I say watch him, I mean heckle him, of course, when he's playing.
Yeah, he plays in the senior league.
RJ made the postseason.
Yeah, he did.
He said their team did, yeah.
They're in the playoffs.
That's doing something. All right. Now, this guy may not make the postseason. Atlanta Braves outfielder / DHer, designated hitter, Jurickson Prover, failed a PED test for the second straight season.
Is that bad?
And is looking at a full-on 162-game suspension. And so that is no bueno. He was supposed to be part of Team Netherlands in the World Baseball Classic, and now can't even participate in that, which absolutely sucks. Popped a year ago, suspended for a violation of the joint drug agreement. Anyway, you Bravos fans.
Now, PED, is that steroids? I mean, because to be honest with you, all athletes take performance enhanced stuff to get them lamped up for the games.
Yeah, and who among us is not trying to enhance their performance?
Of course,
you raise your hand. Okay, honestly, we were going to get. Maybe we could actually do it.
I mean, he does a commercial about it. Are you kidding me?
Maybe we can actually. Will you get that one little drop? Because I asked JJ to get this just to close our show. It's something to the effect of, and I'm going to try and do my best to eat here. Just chew, and then you do. I think it's something like that.
Just chew it and do it.
There it is. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
I need a free sample.
Hey, all the homies asked for the samples.
That's all. I might have to endorse the product.
Oh, my gosh. All right. So you might just try and find that, put that at the end of the show. But the idea with the performance-enhancing drugs, and it's so classic, that do you remember the CBA agreeing to blood testing in the NFL however many years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? It may have been 2 CBA agreements ago.
Yeah.
Hasn't happened and will never happen.
No, of course not.
No. Baseball's like, they're the only ones that are getting trashed and kind of drug over the coals.
Because of the steroids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the reality of it.
It really is. And I guess we have some stricter guidelines in other sports that maybe we don't pay as much attention to, but you don't hear this.
I mean, steroids, is that still a thing? Guys still take that?
To recover? I would think so. No.
I don't know.
I do.
It's all about recovery. Yeah, I would think they definitely do.
And now it does fall under the heading of PEDs more than it does steroids.
Yeah, I guess.
Because they have all these different things that can obviously lead to a faster recovery rate, which could lead to building more muscle, which is the whole deal.
Okay.
There ain't no way Sonny Styles is 6'5", looking like a chiseled beast, a savage at the combine, running as fast as he does, and all the other
Before you go any further, don't start blindly throwing stuff out there, man.
I'm just saying.
That's all I'm saying to you, man. Don't start doing that.
Have you seen some of this chiseled beast?
I have, but I wouldn't do that if I were you.
That's hard work and dedication, Joe Coward.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Some
I agree
dudes,
with that.
You know, some dudes work.
They do. They put the time in, yeah.
That I agree with. Would never, ever take
You
that
kind of
away.
just did.
No, I just said there ain't no way. And it was a ... Okay? And I just got through explaining, and you guys both agreed with me. They passed blood test, and it never happened.
Mm-hmm.
And
True.
both of you guys said, basically nod your head with good reason.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they passed blood test
and never enforced it. It never happened. I mean, go back and look.
Well, NFL doesn't want any blemishes. Of course, they're not going to blood test.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to a little spring ball. The SEC, among others, opening up spring practice. Frank Franchi had John Summerall on the Franchi Show yesterday. It was a good listen. I know you Gator fans had to absolutely love the heck out of it. You go to the 1010XL on demand, and you can hear some of the thoughts that he had, and E will pull up a couple of these just so we can get an idea of what he had to say. Bottom line is he already was critical of the weight room, what was and wasn't going on. Big Search, you had a lot of thoughts as far as that was concerned. And it's not – look, I know you're orange and blue to the death, but he wants to change the way people view that Florida football team as a much more physical, menacing bunch when they're on the field.
Yeah, I mean, it starts in the weight room. I mean, you build your culture in the weight room. You put your blood, your sweat, your tears, all your energy and effort. It starts in the weight room. And when he came in there and saw the weight room, he saw guys lounging by the water cooler, taking breaks and all that kind of stuff. You got to have some intensity because that's carryover to the seat. You take that weight room effort with the intensity and the enthusiasm and the dedication and the leadership, and then you carry that over into the field. If you got a weight room where you're lounging and laughing and drinking water and, sharing stuff, that's not what you need to weight room.
I don't disagree with it, but at the end I think they need to be tough and they need to be more physical. There's no doubt about that. At the end of the day, I mean, Summerall had Darian Menz his first year at Tulane and Jake Retzloff his second year. He had two quarterbacks that could produce at a high level and that were efficient.
And he's not known for his offensive, it in the air type of mentality.
They've got to get, Buster Faulkner's got to get either Aaron Philo or Tramel Brown to play at a high level.
All right, I want to play one thing about Buster that I'll come up with in just 1 second from Summerall that definitely is worth, at least it struck me with what he said. But here is Summerall on the culture that he wants to build in Gainesville.
The buzzword this world we live in now is culture. And to me, all culture is it's a combination of what you promote and encourage, added up with what you tolerate and allow. And so for all of our guys to understand what the standards of our culture look like, we cannot waver here. We have to keep things extremely competitive, extremely disciplined, extremely attention to detail, and make sure that there's never anything that's taken for granted. Our guys know that the work capacity that they have to have is exceptional here to be a Florida Gator.
All right, so Big Sirs, I want to just look at you and ask this question, because you know what excellence is. You've experienced it. You've lived it. You're proof of it. But he said, basically, the culture that they want to build. He had that really cool saying, and it's in the end, it's what you tolerate and allow.
That's true. But
will they be able to change it and then not tolerate or allow certain things to happen?
Well, I mean, first of all, culture is built by winning ball games first and foremost.
Of course it is.
Okay, so that's how you create culture, because all the stuff that you put in disciplinary, if it doesn't amount to wins, it doesn't mean a damn thing. All right, so let me just say that first. But what you want to do, what he wants to do, I would think, coming from when I came from in Miami,
right?
It's got to be constant competition. There has to be constant competition with those guys. In the weight room, in the squat machine, leg press, bench press, everything you do and on the field, constant competition. You can't let up, and you got to call people out who do. You have to, and it's got to come from the players. The peer pressure's got to come from the players. You got to have an elite status of leadership in that locker room to where no one wavers, and you call the people who don't bring it every day, they get called out.
Mm-hmm. So I agree with everything he said. Totally agree. I will also say this. I don't think Florida lacked toughness last year. I think you could question the first couple years. And the second year kind of turned, because they got hot and they got a quarterback who could play a little bit, right? Or third year, excuse me. I don't think you could say they weren't tough last year. They had a fantastic defense. They just got worn out in the second half because the numbskull calling the plays couldn't get the offense to score points. At the end of the day, that's what that was about last year. Their offense was so basic and so much a phone booth that it was very predictable. Again, I go back to the Miami game. They're trailing 13-9 in the fourth quarter. They got the ball 11 minutes to go. Run, punt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the other thing I want to repeat is what you just said, is that it wasn't just one season of not being able to get the ball down the field. And whether they were physical or not, it was multiple.
That's why I think Buster Faulkner is critical. Obviously, he's an OC everyone wanted, including Kirby.
I want you to hear what he said, because Faulkner comes under the Kirby tree, and then obviously was just an OC at Georgia Tech when he was able to be brought in by Summerall. But here is Summerall on his OC, Buster Faulkner.
Kind of came up as an air raid coach under that Mike Leach, Hal Mummy type of system. Really evolved, coached at another school more as a pro-style coach, as a quarterback coach, became the offensive coordinator at Georgia Tech and ran the quarterback, because that's what Haynes King did well. And so what I really always appreciated and appreciate even more as Buster's evolved is how he constantly makes the offensive scheme fit the personnel and tries to focus on how does he put his players in the position to be most successful, as opposed to making players fit his system. He's the one that's constantly evolving.
What I liked about that was the fact that Haynes King, he's found the offense that suits him the most. And if he can do that, you find whatever the skill set is of your most gifted quarterback, and you build plays around that dude.
Yeah, I mean, clearly he did what he had to do at Georgia Tech. Haynes King is just a tough player. You want to talk about tough?
Yeah.
Like if that's the kind of toughness
play with the cricket
that John Summerall's looking for, man.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, they've got to be able to push the ball downfield, and they've got to be multiple. They can't be predictable like they've been for 4 years. Like that was the most difficult part of that entire process of watching that team under Billy Napier. They were so dang predictable on offense.
Yeah.
And I think that if you can get away from that, if you can be more multiple, if you can, obviously use Jaden Moe, who's a terrific player, but get your quarterback to throw the ball downfield, whether it's Aaron Philo, whether it's Tramel Jones, or both, I think then you've got a chance to win some games. They've got to get the quarterback position figured out.
All right, I want to play one more soundbite coming up in a second that made me laugh just a little bit, and I'll tie it back to the Billy Napier.
Think about it real quick. In this lost decade that they always talk about, the year and a half that they were really good, they had a really good quarterback, Kyle Trask.
Yeah. And Kyle Trask did a lot of good things under Danny Mullen, because they did sync up beautifully. Play caller, playmaker. But I want to play one coming up here in just a second. We will keep doing it. It's XL Primetime. Other spring ball is getting cranked up. We'll at least hit a few of the high notes right here on XLP.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford. Feel the weight of tradition in every swing. 1010XL is your radio home for the Players' Championship, with live Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates. Teed up by Shillington Creek Pest Control,
Jack's Outdoor Solutions,
and Firehouse Subs.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Shoot your shot with Prize Picks and get $50 in lineups instantly when you play your first $5. That's right. Prize Picks is now giving you $50 in lineups when you sign up and play your first $5. Prize Picks makes every dunk, every dime, every board that much more exciting. Don't miss this chance to get started on America's #1 app for sports picks, Prize Picks. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch your winnings roll in. It's just that simple, everybody. And now Prize Picks has early payouts. If your lineup is off to a hot start, you have the option to cash out before the game even finishes. At Prize Picks, how you play is up to you. You can choose Flex Play and get paid even if one of your picks misses, or Power Play for the biggest payouts. And all Prize Picks withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use promo code 1010XL and get $50 in lineups instantly when you play $5 in lineups. That's promo code 1010XL to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play 5 in lineups. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Transmission troubles? I'm Robin Sidbury, owner of Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. So come in and see how we can help solve your transmission troubles. We service all makes and models. Remember, get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
The Players' Championship returns to TPC Sawgrass March 10th through 15th. Experience golf's most iconic stage with enhanced food and beverage offerings, interactive fan attractions, and an atmosphere built for every type of fan. See the best players in the world, including world #1 Scotty Scheffler, 2025 champion Rory McIlroy, and fan favorite Brooks Koepka take on the legendary Stadium Course and the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com. If you want more teal in your daily diet, Jaguars Today with Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony. Exclusive guests, sharp analysis, and non-stop Duval football. Served by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. 10 to noon weekdays on 1010XL.
If your lawn took a beating this winter, listen up. Prosser here for Julington Creek Pest Control. They've just started the first of 3 rounds of premium granular fertilizer. No cheap liquid fertilizer here. Custom blended for Northeast Florida lawns. Their certified technicians apply slow-release nutrients. Rebuild your lawn thick, strong, and green over time. Plus, they protect your home from pests and termites. Call Julington Creek Pest Control today. Our family serving yours since 1984.
Tusk, the classic tribute to Fleetwood Mac. Friday, March 6th at Florida Theater. Playing the hits and deep cuts of Rock and Roll Hall of Famers Fleetwood Mac. An unforgettable show with the iconic music you love. On sale now at floridatheater.com. Don't miss Tusk. Recreating the Fleetwood Mac experience like no other.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Got a cracked windshield? Not only is it dangerous, but did you know it's also illegal? Call Baker Glass. Mack and his crew use the best auto glass in the market, and they accept most insurance. Plus, all new windshields come with a full warranty. From cars, to trucks, to RVs, you can count on Baker Glass to be fast and friendly. Just check out their Google reviews. Come see us at the shop on Casta Avenue, or we can come to you at your home or business.
I'm back with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
This is Frank Frangie. Over the past 11 years, the weight loss industry has seen it all. New medications, fad diets, sculpting. Yet Awaken 180 still stands alone as the proven solution for lasting weight loss. Results at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey, it's Angela and Brian Wall. How many companies do you know in this day and age that actually want their potential customers to call their competition and get quotes from them?
That's what WonderWorld wants you to do. WonderWorld knows there are other window companies out there, but we also know those other guys. When compared to WonderWorld, they can't offer you the quality at the price that WonderWorld can.
And with Window World, you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement business.
If anything goes wrong with your new Window World windows, 5 years from now, 10, 15, 50, Window World and I will be there to fix it for you. You get peace of mind with Window World, and to top it off, Window World windows increase the value of your home. So look what you get with Window World. Quality windows, low price, the best guarantee in the business, energy savings, and an increase in the value of your home. A win-win for you.
Call Window World today and get your free in-home estimate, or see them online at windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focus, fueled, fearless, Farah. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
JJ, Johnny Juan, he is on a big bird heading over across the pond to Florence, Italy. He and his beautiful bride, Blake, expecting. So they're having a good time. We believe he's going to touch down at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, and he did announce to everybody in XLP yesterday that it was his birthday when he touches down, and if you wanted to Venmo him, he would happily accept it. But E.T., in JJ's absence, you're the giveaway guy, bro. And you just played a little Fleetwood Mac coming back. What you got?
And that's my jam, too. You go your own way.
It's a good tune, right?
Yeah,
great tune.
Yes.
Timeless music.
That's a Lindsey Buckingham classic.
It's a lot of junk music out there right now, so I suggest all the young heads to go listen to some of that old stuff and catch a vibe.
They don't do it that way anymore.
They don't. But I got a pair of tickets to Tusk, which is a tribute to Fleetwood Mac Band, and that's live at the Florida Theater March 6th. You can get your tickets at floridatheater.com, but one lucky winner hit me up right now and win a pair of tickets to go check out Tusk.
641-1010. ET will be on the other end of it if he picks up your phone call. It is as simple as that. And ET, you can appreciate this, okay? And I think I've told Matt and Big Sur, I don't know whether they've checked it out or not, but on one of the Hulu, Netflix, Prime, whatever it is, Daisy Jones and the Six.
Okay.
And it's a one-off. I think like maybe 10 episodes. Daisy Jones and the Six, and it's about Fleetwood Mac. At least that's what they say.
That's a homework assignment right there.
They won't say it, but that is who it's about. With Stevie Nicks and all of them. So Daisy Jones and the Six, I think, is one of the good ones to check out. All right. E will get one of you guys taken care of. You'll be able to go to the Florida Theater and enjoy that. That's for sure. 641-1010. All right. Let's get back to this spring ball we're talking about. Big, I don't know whether you looked up when Miami's cranking theirs up, but Florida begins theirs today. I wanted to play one more soundbite from John Summerall. He was on the Frangie Show yesterday. If you missed any of it, it's so easy to go to 1010XL on demand, and you can listen to the entire interview there. Frank had him on for quite some time. But this one soundbite from him, all right, the number one soundbite, getting the program turned around. Listen to what he had to say, because this is generally what a head coach that comes in and takes over for somebody else always says. But here's Johnny Summerall.
Like, I want to win championships. I didn't come here to be average. I'm not real patient. Is it going to happen overnight? No, it doesn't just happen overnight. But I also I'm not looking for excuses. Like, I'm not looking for reasons why we can't do it fast. There are some components to this thing that take time. How much time, we'll see. But we're going to get the job done the right way here. And my whole focus is how quickly can we get it done the right way here. And we compete every day. Like, I don't like losing at all. I freaking hate it. And so we're going to do everything in our power to get this thing right as fast as we possibly can.
Now, juxtapose that with, we're going to build this organically. We're going to get the pieces in place. It's a process.
It's going to take some time. And the thing,
I mean, at the very least, he talks a good game. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
He's speaking with some urgency, bro.
He's got a track record. You know, like he's the last 4 years he's been in a championship game all 4 years.
In the classification and conference that he was in
with Troy.
Yeah.
One at Troy, one at Tulane. I mean, it's again, he's a G5 guy. But guess what? Herb was a G5 guy too.
Oh yeah. They don't all have to come from that perfect setup.
Here's even more to the point. Kurt Signetti was a G5 guy 3 years ago.
Yeah. JMU to Indiana, and the rest is history.
Kurt Signetti's the best coach in college football right now.
Yeah. Well, the record says so. Yeah. I don't know whether he is.
I don't know if there's any question.
I don't know whether.
Oh, I do. If you turn around the losingest program in the history of college football,
you've done something.
And win a national title, you haven't done something. You've done the unthinkable.
Well,
historic.
You've made
Kirby
history.
walked into a program that was averaging 9 wins a season. Think about that.
I totally get it. But then he also went and won back-to-back and went on a streak.
Well, this cat might win back-to-back too.
Well, I know might. I'm just simply saying.
You ready to crown him?
Yeah, I ain't ready to crown him. I'm just saying he's played 29 games. He's won 27 of them.
But this
The way
screams.
too early
The
prediction.
2 losses were to the national champion and the national runner-up.
My God.
That ain't bad.
Matt Hayes has officially fallen in love with
He
Kirk
has,
Cignetti.
absolutely.
How could you not?
He now has mad HC love like he has QB love.
Right, but how could you not?
I
How
agree.
could you not?
I 100% agree with the notion that
You're just still bitter from the game. That's all.
But I 100% agree with the notion that this guy has risen to the top as far as head coaches in college football and the way we view them. But we're talking about recency bias, and make sure you pay attention to the ones who have done it over time. All right, I'll just give you one easy, quick example. And this is not 100% just like what Cignetti did at Indiana, but Dabo Swinney had it rolling in Clemson, South Carolina for a 4-year period, playing in and winning national championship games, 2 of 4. And where is he now? Everyone's wondering what the hell is going
I'll tell you
on
what
with
happened.
Dabo.
He had 2 of the best quarterbacks in college football history in the last 30, 40 years.
Right. I think
now he doesn't.
Right. And we'll find out whether Cignetti can survive that. Here's the other thing. Kirby got his team in situations with a walk-on and a guy that was a 5-star and forgotten. So I'm defending Kirby in this. You got to do it over time, bro. I'm not gonna.
The guy won 11 games with Curtis Rourke as his quarterback.
I ain't crowning Kurt. Not yet.
Not yet. Might just be a one-hit wonder. Who knows?
Yeah.
One-hit wonder.
Well, you've already crowned him as the second coming. I can say one-hit wonder.
I've crowned him as the best coach in the game now. Yeah,
I give him that. Absolutely.
I won't. No.
You won't.
No.
I give it that.
You won't.
27 to 29. Beautiful. You want to take a look
the
at some
losingest program in college football history.
Extraordinary. And it is set up now where with an NIL.
Do you understand what losingest program means?
Yes.
No one had more losses in the history of NCAA football than Indiana.
It's El Succo.
Yeah, Suckville, yeah.
And Sig walked in and he goes, you know what? I'm gonna fire me up a heater because I can do no worse than what was done.
He walked in and they were
before.
11-1 in his first year.
It was great.
And they lost to Notre Dame.
And if you say over how long was he at JMU? If you say over
he was there for 3 years, I think.
I was going to say, if you say over a half a decade, that this guy has done more than anybody else in college football in terms of the notoriety that JMU now enjoys because of him, James Madison, the Dukes, rest in peace, Mark Carnevale is his alma mater. Then you add those two together, it is impressive. It really is. He moved them up, not only into full-on D1.
They were in the transition at FBS level, and they were unbeaten. And the NCAA told them they couldn't be part of the playoff and couldn't be part of the bowl.
Right, and it was
the bowl system.
It really was incredible what he did. And so I am not dismissing that. I'm just not ready to say he's the best that's going right now. That's all. And when you do more with less, which is what he did.
Well, as a great friend of mine used to say, Ray McNulty, rest in peace, God love him, recently passed away.
Yeah.
You're entitled to your wrong opinion.
Yeah. I think maybe Pete Prisco stole that from him because they came from the same TU
They're out of
tree.
the same cloth, right?
Yeah, because like I said, this is just how I view it over time. Time matters. And if I do come up with an argument, we do a Here Comes the Judge, and we come up with an argument where it's a half a decade of what he did at JMU and Indiana, yeah, you might have something. But I just want to see how it goes. It's a whole new deal now. NIL has changed everything, and in some people's minds for the good, in other people's minds they ain't into it as much, but it has brought a lot of other people to the party.
Oh, he's got plus
that I love.
Plus, he had a core of like 7, 8. He got 13, but more like 7 or 8 were really legit impact players from JMU.
Mm-hmm.
That those 7 or 8 guys that were the key to him turning that around. Now he's got to get different players from the portal.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're recruiting high schools better because they're winning, so that will get better as well. But to your point, absolutely, he's got to hit again in the portal.
And here's a question.
Josh Hoover's got to be a legit player for him, a quarterback.
Exactly. We'll carry this over, but this one prime-timer says, does Indiana win the championship with Kirby Smart? Don't think so. Well, let's at least visit that coming up just a little bit.
Great point, and I agree with that, actually.
Yeah. All right. So let us Let us know what you think. 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. As we get closer and closer to the tags on NFL players, it comes up at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Will a Jaguar be hit with one?
XL Primetime. Driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford. Elite service for elite companies. 1010XL takes you behind the microphone.
Who's the dumbass?
Whoa! Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser.
What's that, dumbass? Say it again. You want me to? I dare you.
The Drill.
Dumbass.
Mornings on 1010XL.
Yeah, I know how awful it is to get injured, but not like my friend Tom who got rear-ended last year. Tom McMahon is here. Morgan & Morgan can help you. They're the largest personal injury law firm in the nation. 1,000 lawyers, 100 offices across the nation, and over $30 billion recovered. And guess what? They don't get a single penny unless you do. A proven track record with backup. Hard to find these days, but not with Morgan & Morgan. For the people, that's right. Get injured due to someone's neglect, get paid. Dial pound law or check out forthepeople.com.
And that concludes the Joe C. Jack of All Trades show. Tune in next week where I'll be installing my own French train.
Joe, wake up, man.
Hey, John, I must have dozed off.
We finished those projects you started.
Whoa, my seamless gutters are actually seamless.
And they're connected into underground PVC drain lines.
And my sprinklers. Wow, look at that coverage.
Next time, just call me first, Joe.
I will, but I ain't singing that song.
Clearwater irrigation
and drainage too.
With 50 years of fabrication expertise in towing products, the family at Cannons of Jacksonville can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
It's tournament time, and Best Bet St. Augustine has a full lineup of poker tournaments this month. Don't miss daily no-limit hold'em tournaments with buy-ins ranging from $60 to our $160 6-hour Ironman on Fridays. And don't miss the exciting $300 no-limit hold'em St. Augustine Championship with a $100,000 guarantee from March 26th through the 29th. For more information, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Beat the spring cleaning rush and call our cleaning heroes at Zero Res. Hicken here. This is the perfect time to clean your air ducts as you deal with allergy season, AC efficiency, post-winter, and more. This month, take 15% off dryer vent cleaning and air duct cleaning. Clothes taking longer to dry? Built-up lint restricts airflow and increases fire risk. Professional dryer vent cleaning helps dryers run safer and more efficiently. Call Zero Res today. It's a quick service and a peace of mind. Go online at zerosjacksonville.com and tell them you want the 1010XL special.
Your AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com.
La playa is Spanish for the beach. If you can't remember that, the word Corona also works. Corona, La Playa awaits.
Southwest Greens is the OG of artificial turf in North Florida. Stop mowing and start chipping or putting or just relaxing with a beautiful backyard, maintenance free. Log on to southwestgreensofjacksonville.com to see what they can do to your backyard.
This is Garrett Scantlin, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists for any orthopedic issue you have. I'm back to my Olympic training, and I feel great.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple of years ago. Went smooth as silk, was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
All right, my golden moment is ATN's going to get signed. I mean, you can't let that kind of productivity just walk out the door. You're talking about the guy 1,300 yards, 13 touchdowns. And listen, this is going to be the Trevor effect. He is going to have some influence on this. You're not going to let this boy just ride out until the sunset. Don't keep him here in Jayville. So that's my goal tomorrow. I think when it's all said and done, I think Trevor Lawrence is going to have the last dibs on whether ETN bounces or he stays in Jacksonville. And I think he's going to keep his boy in Jacksonville.
It'd be a cool story if he looks at it. Mahomes restructured his in Kansas City, might have paved the way for a few other deals to get done. They still said goodbye to Jawan Taylor and clipped off some cash there and some savings there. But we'll see where it goes. Not often do you see guys say, hey, I want to peel back a few million to help someone. Joe Burrow did it up in Cincinnati. There have been a few. Tom Brady always made his contracts somewhat manageable, like kind of a team, just helping them make sure they manage the cap.
Yeah, so here's my whole thought process on it. I think I said it earlier, and I think it needs to be said again. Bashal Tutin's a fine player, right? Mm-hmm. We don't know how he's going to play with it when he has the load. He's the guy, and he's got to play week after week after week after week, and be the feature back.
Yep.
You know what you got with this cat, and you know he's been productive, and you know he's just coming off his best season. So that to me, if there's any hesitation or pause, that would be it for me. Now they might think, you know what, Tutin's going to be a terrific back, and we can afford to let him go. I just think there's a lot of factors other than the fact that he's been a really productive guy for you. I think he's your quarterback's best friend. I mean, he's a guy that the locker room clearly likes. There's a lot going on with why you should keep him.
Well, all right. So here's one of our prime timers on the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Seems like nobody thinks Tutin can tote the rock as RB1 for this team, and I don't get it. Wish we could have seen him with more touches against Buffalo. He said the guy's Kenneth Walker 2.0, just as fast, same size, just needs a shot. And if you go back to Kenneth Walker, it's also an interesting study in Seattle. He was giving up time to Zach Charbonnet. We call him the glass of wine because he was starting to see others in the running back room get more touches. And so Charbonnet was trucking along before he had the injury. So you've got to have more than one. And then what did Kenneth Walker do? He said, give me that damn ball. It's now mine again. Charbonnet's on the shelf. I'm going to show you how it's going to be done. And he ends up becoming the Super Bowl MVP. And so I don't know whether Tutin could be that guy, but that's how you got to view it.
They haven't done his deal yet, have they? Walker.
Yeah, they haven't. They haven't tagged him.
They haven't tagged him.
They may do a free agent deal with him, but I get the feeling that's going to happen. But right now, they are not indicating they're going to tag him.
Look, I mean, I think Tutin's a fine player. I mean, he could be a really good player.
So I think
I just think you don't know.
Exactly.
You know what you have with ETN.
100% agree with you. I just think the essence of where you are, especially with that position, is you got to be cautious and careful on how much money you're willing to give somebody going forward in a future contract. This was easily Travis Etienne's best year. I am a huge fan of one and really enjoyed seeing him finally get his due, his credit, his recognition, all that kind of stuff. But this team, if Jimmy Gladstone's going to be a success, he's going to come in and say, hey, I need to keep moving to young, talented, upstart guys that don't cost me as much. Yeah. I can't keep buying.
I understand.
And so I
like proven commodities.
Yeah.
There's a lot of uncertainty in the draft.
Especially a proven commodity who's actually ascending.
Exactly. I mean, there's a lot of uncertainty when it comes to the draft, even if you're picking the top 100. I mean, listen, you're not sure if you're going to get that kind of productivity from Tutin and the guy you go in the draft.
I agree.
But if you look at ATN's resume, like you said, 3 of the last 4 years over 1,000 yards, and then last year had his most productive year.
Right. If money is not in this conversation, I have no problem stumping for ATN. It's just the money, and it's the dead cap money that Balky left this team with. It's the constant going into the free agent market and signing the highest priced guys to get him to come to Duval. The Christian Kirks of the Evan Ingrams of the world, all those guys that they had to sign for big bucks, and all that dead cap money that they have to deal with. Saying goodbye to Tyson Campbell after that heavy-duty contract. If you didn't have that, I'd say hell yes to ET in the end zone. And, of course, keeping Bashal Tutin in that secondary role to where both of those guys are making plays.
Man, he gave that cat a contract, and he didn't show anything. What did Tyson Campbell show?
Nothing.
Come on now. He had one interception year before, bro.
Yeah. Before the contract.
Yes, he did.
I mean, honestly, Walker Little, same boat.
and he had one.
You guys call me a walk a little homer, and I'd love to see I'd love to see him reach his potential. But same thing. What did he do? He played well for 7 games at the end of 2022.
He's not that guy, and he's lost his job. And so that was another extension that Trent Baalke did put or left in the lap of Jacksonville to have to deal with. And now this team will find out whether the brain trust is brighter, because they gave a contract to Cole Van Lannon. And they said, you're going to be one of our dudes in the future that's starting at left tackle. So, all right, real quick, back to the does Kirby win up there in Indiana? And you immediately said
no.
And why?
I love our text guy on the text line said, does Kirby get the lead band with 7 to 8 solid players? So now we're going to do this. Now we're going to say that JMU players are comparable to Alabama players. Are we doing that now? That's what we're doing?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that because
it couldn't be that Cignetti and his staff actually developed those players and made them into good players.
Well, I give Kurt Cignetti a lot of credit.
I'm sure it's all the big boys, the blue bloods, just missed on those 8 players, and they all went to JMU.
No, that's not it. He got them to come with him, and he got good out of them. He continued to get good out of them. Cooper is a great story, who's rising in the Omar Cooper rising in the wide receiver rankings.
Elijah Surratt, Aiden Fisher,
definitely a good player.
Go down the line with those guys. Angelo Pons.
Yeah. All I know is
players, good football players.
But how in the world would I ever say Kirby Smart, who I view as right now the best player or best coach in college football, that he couldn't go up to Indiana and do the exact same thing that Cignetti did, because he's been able to do it on a regular basis.
A couple of buddies of mine, we started this argument probably about, I bet this is probably 8 years ago, when I told those guys Nick Saban could go anywhere and win. Anywhere. And they were all like, you're crazy. One of the guys said, could he go to Arizona and win a national title? And I said, yeah, I think he could. I think he could do it. And they were like, you're out of your mind, this blah, 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 blah. And I get it. Here's one thing, okay? Because I'm saying Curt Cignetti's the best coach in college football, it doesn't mean that I'm saying Kirby Smart sucks, which is what all these Georgia fans on the text line, brought to you by our good friends at Lifetime Enclosure, by the way, are saying. Doesn't mean I think he sucks.
Right.
It means I think Curt Cignetti's the best coach in the game right now.
And I think it still is one of the more awesome accomplishments, not just in college football, but in sports, period.
It's one of the top 3 ever.
What Curt Cignetti did.
Yes.
It is one of the most awesome climbs up the mountain to get to the top as you will ever see.
It's do you believe in miracles big? That's how big it is.
It's massive. I don't know whether a Kirby could have gone in there and done the same thing with what they're armed with now, which is that extra cash to go and get who you need, the player movement that you never saw before, and you now have
It's not like Indiana's got this huge money at their disposal. Now Mark Cuban's talking about giving them money.
Yeah, but he said he was an undisclosed figure.
You're talking about a team that beat $40 million roster Ohio State, $40 million roster Miami, the $40 million roster Oregon, and beat the brakes off Oregon.
Right. The thing I love more than anything else that I learned about him and is how clean a game they played, how penalty-free they were, and how they basically just were systematic, automatic, and that I had to appreciate from what Curt Cignetti was able to do. And what Mario was able to do down in South Florida.
I tell you what, we wouldn't even be having this conversation if that block punt. We'd be having this Curt Cignetti, the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, they still would have won the game.
No, they wouldn't have won the game. You know better than that. Stop it.
That was definitely
you know better.
Why do you say that? No, I don't. I actually don't know better.
No, we would have won the game. You know we would have won the game.
All right, ET, I want you to go to break with these two arguing. Keep arguing. Keep arguing. Yeah, one of them thinks you're nuts. The other one thinks you're just as nuts. XL
Primetime. Driven by Duval Ford. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Don't miss your chance to see LPGA Tour Stars of Tomorrow competing at Atlantic Beach Country Club March 5th through the 7th. It's the Epsom Tours Atlantic Beach Classic presented by Access Golf, and it's the first stop on the pathway to the top 15 ladies receiving LPGA Tour cards at the end of the season. So get out there and watch some high-quality golf, support the ladies of tomorrow. Tickets and information available at AtlanticBeachClassic.com. That's AtlanticBeachClassic.com.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years, and our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
New and pre-owned firearms are in stock at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach. Want a new sidearm or rifle? Brands like Kimber, Smith & Wesson, 6 Hour, Beretta. No lines, no hassle. Only at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
All right, Jacksonville, let's talk about it. Spring cleaning feels great until your drains remind you what they've been holding on to all winter. If your sink's burping, your shower's backing up, or your toilet's hesitating like it's reading a blitz, it's time to call in the pros. Call Duck Duck Rooter. During their spring drain cleaning promotion, get your drains cleaned plus a free camera inspection for just $129. Must have outside clean out, honest pricing, proven experience, no fourth quarter surprises. When you're stuck, call the Duck. That's 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Are high-interest credit cards and other loans sucking the life out of your finances? It's time to say no more. Let Loan Pronto tap the equity on your home and get the cash you need now so you can pay it all off. Hey, it's Prosser here. Corey and Jack called Loan Pronto in a matter of days. They had $160,000. They kept their 3% mortgage intact, didn't even need an appraisal, and with all that cash, they wiped out all their credit cards and 2 car loans, saving $2,000 a month. You can do it too. LoanPronto.com, the rapid equity loan program, can get you $100,000, $200,000, even $500,000 in cash. Chloe and Ethan just did it. Consolidated all their high-interest debt into one super low monthly payment, giving them an extra $1,000 a month. Imagine, pay off all the credit cards, slash your monthly payments, breathe easier. Get your life back. Interest rates are at 3-year lows. Call Loan Pronto today, 904-999-1500. That's 904-999-1500. Or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
The Florida Forum welcomes world-renowned chef and humanitarian Jose Andres at the Center for Performing Arts March 31st. His impact spans the globe as founder of World Central Kitchen, Presidential Medal of Freedom recipient, and global leader using food as a force for change. All proceeds for the Florida Forum benefit the Women's Board of Wilson Children's Hospital, supporting a new outdoor play area for behavioral health services. Get your tickets now at thefloridaforum.com.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. If you have a school, team, or group that would benefit from a team store, you're in luck because we now offer team stores. Check us out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
XL Primetime about to wrap up. If you did one of those, what have we learned today? It'd be Curt Cignetti is the greatest coach in college football.
We don't do what we learned today.
No, but it's reminding me of the last greatest coach in college football that I should have remembered. You said he went 27-2, the Cignetti fella. The guy I'm looking at went 25-3 on his way to winning a national championship over a 2-year period. Eddie O, would you have said Ed Orgeron, our guy, we love? I will never say this when he's on the air. Would you have ever said that he was the greatest coach in college football after a 25-3 run?
No, because he had 3 terrible seasons in Ole Miss.
He went 10-3. I'm just talking about this particular part right here. Forget about all that other stuff. He went 10-3 and then 15-0 and produced arguably the greatest football team we have seen in college football. Sans the 2001 Canes. Greatest.
And the 90s, 95 Huskers.
Yeah, okay, fine.
95
If
Huskers.
you want to argue that. We had fun arguing that with the Cersei Sweet 16. I'm just saying.
Although the Cersei Sweet 16 actually crowned the champion. And the champion was?
I don't recall.
Your Florida Gators.
It was like the Gators, I believe.
Yeah, it was.
Right.
Yeah, I remember
It
that.
was the 08 Florida Gators.
It should have been the 01. It should have been 01 Canes.
I
Like,
agree.
come on.
But bro, I systematically.
No. It was
No. You can't
So
go
there
back
couldn't
on it
be
now.
any No.
It was the committee.
I told you what I did. I threw the numbers in the what you call it,
Right.
and when I pulled them,
you sound like Spider and Goodfellas right now. But I thought you said you wanted. I thought you said Spider, you were good.
Hey, it's what the computer spit out, and you
exactly. I let the computer spit out the numbers, and when they spit out the numbers, that's what happened.
And it was the LI that was
a Cersei computer.
No, it wasn't Cersei computer.
It was LI that was at work.
Right.
Yeah.
Leon Interactive. It was a Cersei computer.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
See, at the least we know that the morning show.
You can't back off that, bro.
I know.
Being represented by ET was.
I tried to be fair. I should have been biased.
I was locked into the LI, man.
I should have been biased. I was trying to be fair. I should have been biased.
That just underscore your love for Orange and Blue to the death, too.
Well, it is pretty, but honestly, Eddie O was at the top of the college football mountain. When Kirby was winning back-to-back, he obviously was at the top of the college football mountain. And I just want to see how it goes because it was a hell of a run that this dude has been on. That's for sure. We'll find out whether or not it can last. Quarterbacks always have something to say about the coach's success, and we'll find out if the next dude can do it. Speaking of what's next.
The 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Taylor Dahl joins us now with some Indiana pride right now, and she might be a little surprised that we did. Like the last half hour of the show, I had no idea Bloomington would occupy our mind as much
as it has. It's taking over Indiana everywhere. Yeah, I had to get on to Leon a little bit. JJ wasn't here today for me to get on to him today. But yeah, so I was telling Leon, I was like, a lot of my family, almost everybody is from Indiana or Illinois in some way. We have it split, though. I have family in Indianapolis. I have family in Northwest Indiana, which we call the region. Right. And then I have family in Illinois. So I have family that's Illinois fans, Indiana fans, and Notre Dame fans. And we don't like each other during football season. It's not like we're friends. And I was telling Leon, I was like, a lot of, honestly, my Indiana or my Notre Dame family did not want Indiana. They were cheering for Miami over Indiana.
I believe it. And listen, I like that because you never root for your neighbor have more success than you
way.
And the other thing is that you had said that, like, on social media, they can kind of crank out a knife fight between those two
they'll
fan
get
bases.
into it. And they were during that period of time. It was just like, it almost was like, okay, well, if Indiana wins, now that really looks bad for Notre Dame. And that's what ended up happening. So now they're in a little bit of a war up there. But they're definitely not the same fans.
Matt Hayes has pronounced him the best coach in college football. Leon,
he did.
We are witness to this.
Yeah, prisoner of the moment. He's a prisoner of the moment.
All right, what's coming up?
Yeah, so we have a lot of stuff coming up today. Miranda Rossum talking some Players Championship right around the corner now when it comes to the golf world here in Jacksonville. And then we're also going to have Kevin Bowen. He is for 1070 covering Colts because it does feel like we're getting a little bit around the AFC South this week after Combine, getting some notes from each of those. Since the Jags weren't there, getting other notes of what's coming out of the Combine. And one of the things that feels like is a big domino to start free agency, Joe, is what the Colts do with Daniel Jones and Alec Pierce.
$45 million if they tag him.
Yeah. And the projected contract, what I've seen is a 3-year, 33 to 36. So what does that look like? But it does feel like that's kind of a domino for what's going to happen for a lot of other free agents.
And there was at least a report that Alec Pierce may get a deal done before the 4 p.m. deadline. So we'll see. All right, Taylor, we'll be listening.
Yep, thanks, guys.
Because Helmets and Heels will take us right up to that 4 o'clock deadline. So you guys keep it right here on the Superstation. We are done. Big Sirs, Matty Hayes, Joe C., and E.T. for the rest of the week as JJ is off to Italy. Have a great afternoon. You got the Helmets and Heels show coming up next.
Then just chew it and do it.